okay, is far beyond our expectation.
It's the safest way of owning a house.
My mouth is full of appreciation to Federal Mortgage Bank.
Ogun State is one of the largest investment hubs in Nigeria. There is an estimated population of about 6 million people residing in the state. With a thriving public and private sector, the state is targeted for a number of housing interventions to cater for the workforce. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, as the apex mortgage institution, has made its impact felt in the area of bridging the housing gap while also making efforts to serve its customers' various housing needs in the state. So, in our program tonight, we'll take a look at some of the efforts of the FMBN in the Gateway State. The program will also feature news and our Dream Come True segments. Welcome to another edition of Everyone Deserves a Home. I'm your regular anchor, Zulaihat Belagubir.
Get trained as a mortgage expert, smart property development industry player. Get that full option capacity training center for your individual or organizational needs at the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria FMBN Training Center. Courses are both technical and managerial in mortgage operations, finance, human resources, and ICT, all facilitated by both internal and external mortgage and property industry experts.
We borrow the money from the bank. Every month we're servicing it.
All FMBN courses are approved by the Center for Management Development. Meanwhile, the FMBN Training Center offers 8 training facilities for rentals, 3 seminar rooms of 30 sitting capacities, 2 syndicate rooms of 10 and 12 sitting capacities, 2 conference halls of 108 and 78 sitting capacities, an ICT lab of 38 seats, and a 24/7 power supply. Visit the FMBN Center at number J4 Ali Akilu Road, Kaduna. Email training.school@fmbn.gov.ng or call 0901 280 3484.
As always, we'll open the program with highlights of recent happenings from our news diary. Tonight, Servicom evaluates the FMBN, presents report, just as Ministry of Works commences 2,000 housing project in the FCT. Stay with us as we bring you details of these stories.
The Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Architect Ahmed Dengiwa, has commended Servicom for its commitment towards turning around the service delivery landscape in Nigeria. He made the commendation during a compliance evaluation report exercise held recently at the bank. Dengiwa acknowledged the efforts of Servicom in making the bank remain more proactive towards providing efficient services to its customers.
We at FMBN, we acknowledge your efforts and the impact you have made and still making in institution excellent service delivery across the federal ministries, departments and agencies. You have also helped us, put us on toes, and I hope the bank will fare better in our rating this year, arising from the improvements we have tried and successfully put in place to serve the Nigerians better.
Servicom National Coordinator, Mrs. Nnenna Akajemeli, lauded the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria for being responsive to statutory mandates of providing effective services to citizens. She, however, called on the FMBN to address some of the issues which respondents complained about, while recommending areas where the bank can further improve efficiency of service.
For every location, we identified the strength as well as the weaknesses. For us, weaknesses are those areas that we need to improve on, those areas that we need to work around to improve and ensure that indeed citizens receive quality services. And so at the headquarters of the bank, we were told that there's regular sensitization and enlightenment programs on channel. This happens twice a week, and then to enlighten customers and to address key concerns and feedback issues sent around what you do in the bank. And so we also were told, we found out that Your management made it easy for customers to obtain up-to-date information on your services, and these are published in the bank's bulletin and website. And then for weaknesses, more than 60%, this is at the headquarters, of the respondents complained that the houses built are very, very expensive.
Responding, Managing Director and other executive directors of the bank took time to clear some areas of misconceptions coming from the reports and stated that the bank will work towards addressing every identified challenge affecting its customers.
Servicom has set for the citizens of Nigeria. I'm glad to hear that we have visited 17 out of our 40 branches. It's a commendable effort to do that, because you have to sample that. And I'm also happy to hear some of our strengths, which we have is all that shows that we have been improving over the years. If I can take you around to hear that what we met and what we are doing now, you'll quite well understand that there is a tremendous improvement in FMBN products and services that we deliver to the citizens of the country. On the issue of affordability, that most of the houses FMBN built are not affordable, I tend to disagree with that, in the sense that we, FMBN, the time we came on board, we found that most of the houses being built by the estate developers are not affordable to the Nigerians, due to the simple fact that these developers go to the commercial banks, raise money, and then they flock into it. They buy land, they buy the building materials, cost is high, some of them they even import these building materials. So there is no way, even the cost of land are not affordable. So that's why these houses become unaffordable to Nigerians. But when we come on board, we created various products of construction finance, whereby citizens can come to the developers can come to FMBN and get a loan at just 10% instead of 25% of what you go to commercial banks and get.
But then the prices will try to be sensitive to and balanced. So the price of house in Taraba, if I say Kevin and they complain. So in Taraba, in southwest, southeast, got to be the same, at least nearly so. But then in those areas, if we asked a state to give us land, they are so happy to give us 50 hectares. If you ask in southeast and south-south, you won't even get one. But then the cost of land, so where somebody brings his own land, the cost of, they tell you that an average plot in southeast is 10 million. But then the house we are going to sell, we're going to sell it same as the one in Taraba. So that one in Taraba is 7 million. Meanwhile, the house in the land in the southeast is 10 million. But then after building it, you want the house to be the same 7 million. But we've tried to, so that's the challenge. You know, the dynamics is known to us, but to the public it's not.
In order to reduce the housing deficit in the Federal Capital Territory through the provision of affordable housing, the Ministry of Works and Housing has commenced the construction of 2,000 housing units in the Gwagwalada Area Council of the FCT. Minister of State for Works and Housing, Muazu Sambo, while on an inspection visit to the project site, said that the ministry hopes to complete and inaugurate the projects before the end of the year. He also noted that with the increase in population, it is a fundamental requirement for the government to provide decent and affordable housing for its citizens. Head Public-Private Partnership PPP of the ministry, Mrs. Abimbola Aseying, on her part, explained that the project, which consists of 2- and 3-bedroom units, sits on about 113 hectares of land, adding that the first phase of the project will focus on infrastructure. This phase is already about 25% completed.
You are watching Everyone Deserves a Home. Our episode tonight will measure the impact the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has made in Ogun State. Stay with us as we showcase FMBN's efforts towards bridging the housing deficit in the Gateway State.
Rockview Estate, Olusegun Obasanjo Hilltop, Abeokuta, is an FMBN-funded estate that provides shelter to 86 families. Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme Estate, Ajebo Road, Abeokuta, is also sheltering 100 households. FMBN, NLC, TUC, NECA Collaborative Workers Housing Scheme is yet another FMBN-funded estate providing shelter to 102 people. These estates are few among many others that the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has delivered to provide shelter for contributors in Ogun State. Other estates in the state include Bergman Nigeria Limited, Abeokuta, Ogun State, Greenlands Engineering Limited, Abeokuta, Ogun State, Just Shelter and Allied Products Limited, Obafemi Awode, Sparklight Property Development Company Limited, Loan 1, 2 and 3, Abeokuta, and New Creation Properties Limited, Abeokuta. Ogun State has a significant number of NHF contributors. Currently, over 208,000 people are contributors to the National Housing Fund, with a total contribution of over 4.518 billion naira from inception and over 375.442 million naira in last year alone. The Ogun State Office engages in a routine project monitoring exercise to ensure that projects in the state are done according to specification.
For Federal Mortgage Bank, there is no way quality can ever be compromised because the level of checks we have in the Federal Mortgage Bank is such that even where the developer is trying to, they always call him back. And like I will continue to say, all our professionals are always on the field. The state offices are involved. The professionals from zonal offices are involved. And the different opinions of these professionals will definitely come together. Let's say the concussion, the bringing together of these different opinions will bring out something fantastic. It's going to be a hybrid of their decision.
The branch office on its part is doing all within its efforts towards bringing in more people to join the scheme.
There was a seminar workshop organized by the bank for NOGRI, that is National Union of Local Government Employees in Ogun State, wherein all the stakeholders were invited, and we were honored with the presence of the chairman of Ogun State Nigerian Labour Congress and other executive of the union in Ogun State. Therefore, is to establish that we have a cordial relationship with the labor unions, and we've been trying, even through our informal sector, to engage people on sectorial basis, to let them see the reason why they should be part of National Housing Fund.
As it is with the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, refund is one vital component of the National Housing Fund. Ogun State, since inception, has refunded to over 7,170 people the sum of 831.566 million naira, with another 146 refunds currently undergoing processing. For people, especially those who already have houses, the FMBN, through its home renovation loan, has also made remarkable impact, as over 1,028 people have benefited from a total of 862.995 million naira.
I got a million naira loan for renovation, and incidentally, it was actually renovation works that I actually used it for, because I needed to do some few things in my house, and that's what I used the money for. It actually came handy.
I was able to do some renovations in my house. I was able to do some renovation, make it habitable to some extent. I moved in there and couldn't finish it. So, though I'm living there, but with my family, but with the home renovation loan, I was able to do some other renovations, some other finishing touches to the house.
The rent-to-own scheme has also been well received in the state, as over 906.47 million has been disbursed to over 120 beneficiaries.
Yeah, you are being relieved. You started enjoying the facility before the payment. Unlike if you want to do your own, you have to spend all you have before you get parking. You understand the case, and there is no between the two. So I prefer that one, the instrumental something, to help masses. It helps a lot. Because when you remove housing, the three basic things is food, shelter, and the clothes. So once that one removed, I think people will be feel relaxed.
Suffice it to say that NHF contributors who have become homeowners through any of the bank products laud the scheme while commending the FMBN for a job well done in providing affordable houses for ordinary Nigerians.
This is a super program because most of the time we think things in Nigeria doesn't work. When government make promises, most of the time it's not a real promise, but I'm telling everyone that this is real, live and direct. Because this, I started the process within 3 months. I got the house without paying a dime. So it is real. It is happening right here in Nigeria. So it is possible.
There is need for us to improve the production of housing so that to a large extent a lot of people will be sheltered. So it's a very good project. It's a commendable project.
They are doing a good job. I will advise them to keep doing more and more because there are so many people that still need such a facility. I will encourage them to keep doing it. And kudos to the FMBN.
The latest couple in town.
Good day, sir.
How are you? Oh, sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Drinks?
No, we're fine, sir.
How was the moon experience?
It was quite an experience.
How about house?
We are renting at the moment, but we intend to save enough to own our own house, right?
Why not avoid all those Shylock landlords and own a house up front? With the average income and cost of building houses today in Nigeria, mortgage is the best option. No sweat. I tell you what, that was how I got my first house, and I've never regretted it.
To make good homes and by implication a good society, an individual is expected to have an abode from which to take off and return at the end of each day. At the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, everyone deserves a home. Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
Ejiro Okemudo is a civil servant contributing to the National Housing Fund. When she heard of houses being on sale at Woodhill Estate, Kuje, Abuja, she grabbed the opportunity. Today, she is fulfilled living in a place to call hers. She shares with us her experience as a homeowner. Don't go away.
The payment process is quite flawless.
It was unbelievable because I didn't know that they have such a scheme existing in Nigeria.
Is it true that I will get the house? No, why not? You met all the requirements, so you'll get it.
The joy of ownership is wonderful.
This 3-bedroom fully detached bungalow located at Woodhill Estate, Kuje, Abuja, belongs to Ejiro Okemudo, a staff of the FCTA.
Okay, I was a contributor. I am a contributor to the National Housing Fund on a monthly basis. So I got it through the developer, Perfect Estate Developers. They are the developer that built the estate. So we went through the developer.
Being a contributor to the NHF scheme, Ejiro was eligible to apply for a house which she got at the cost of 9.5 million naira only. She tells us how she feels being a homeowner.
It feels good. At least having a home in Abuja is much more better than paying rent every year. So I have to be thinking of, so I think it's much more better to have your own home than at least. It's better than, because it's much more better owning your own home. You know you're in your own house, you are much more comfortable. No landlord, no landladies come to say, when are you paying your yearly rent? And it just, to me, just much more better having your own home. And there is this sense of fulfillment that at least you've achieved something.
She says life is easier with basic infrastructure such as access roads, electricity, and water that have been provided in the estate. The quality of work done on the estate is one thing Ejiro loves about her house.
he used high quality material in building the house. You know, you can even see the lighting. Most of the things are they're really of high quality. Yes, it's what an individual, if you are building the kind of things you use, that's what he used. I think he did a good job.
Because she is a low-income earner, Ejiro has taken up a business to complement the deductions being made on her salary.
Everybody knows the way she was on support. So by the grace of God, we are coping. And after work, I also sell honey and coconut oil.
She encourages Nigerians who are still doubtful of the reality of the NHF scheme to give it a trial.
It's real, and they're actually working. I've met a lot of people that actually benefited from, and they're also homeowners too. So I think they're working and it's actually real.
Our question for the week is, as an NHF contributor, can I obtain a loan from the FMBN to purchase a piece of land or to build a house?
For any contributor, we do not yet have any facility that will grant you a loan to buy land. We do have facilities that would help you to build your own house, but of course the current loans take cognizance of the fact that you must have purchased your own land, you must have obtained the title to the land you've purchased, and you must have obtained the necessary building approvals and permits for you to undergo the construction. So FMBN comes in to provide funding for the construction, and that falls basically under the individual construction loan that we do have operating right now. So currently we don't have any facility for you to buy a land. You must have bought the land, and the whole idea is to see that you have provided, you have put in equity by your own expenditure in the land purchases, some form of equity on your part to meeting the cost of the project.
The goal of the FMBN is to have its impact felt across the country. That is why it has branch offices all over the 36 states of the Federation, as well as zonal offices across all the 6 geopolitical zones. That way, NHF contributors have easy access to it. These branch offices, on their part, are doing very well in making sure that the mandate of the bank is achieved. Feel free to walk into any FMBN branch office around you for information on how to contribute to the National Housing Fund to benefit from the many housing options of the bank. Or log on to www.fmbn.gov.ng for more information. Don't forget to keep a date with us again next week, same time, same station, for another exciting package from the FMBN. Stay safe.